you got a minute, I want to tell you a story. Okay. I introduced my brother to you in a story where he got shot with an arrow, trying to catch an arrow. Just to give you a little taste of what my younger brother is like. I'm going to tell you a little bit. I'm going to tell you another story about him, and this will clear it up even better. The type of person that my younger brother is. So, my parents, they would leave us on the weekends for a few hours at a time. And just pray. I think they would just get together and pray that we didn't kill one another while they were gone. They would, go grocery shopping. They would spend Saturday mornings together and kind of like on a little date. They would do grocery shopping, run errands or whatever. And they would leave me to watch my younger brother and my sister. I had a younger sister. And we would, get in front of the TV, a little tighty-whities, and we'd watch cartoons and just have a good time, eat some cereal, and, mess around. And I would do my best to watch these two. And again, if you heard the other story that I told you, it was not an easy job to do. I was in no way qualified to be watching these two mental patients. Well, one morning, my younger brother and I were watching a movie, with Charlton Heston in it called Ben Hur. It was a story of Judah Ben Hur, and it's a great story. It's a fantastic story, really great movie. I highly recommend it if you ever get a chance to watch this. And there came a scene where Ben Hur has been captured. He's a slave, and he's on the slave ship, and he's doing the rowing on this ship, and it's real tough. And I can't remember now what exactly happened, but one of the guards didn't like what he was doing, didn't think he was rowing hard enough or whatnot, and sentenced him to 40 lashes. Had a whip, 40 lashes he's going to give him. And I'm telling you, man, Charlton Heston, and he had blood on his back, and He gave him 40 lashes. He's breathing heavy and whatnot. And my younger brother, he's 6, 7 years old. He turns around to me and he's a wimp. I could do that. I said, what? It's a bullwhip. You can't. That's 40 lashes with a bullwhip. You cannot do. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I totally could do that. Go. Yeah, I could do that. I know I could do that. Well, I'm like, Scott, don't be ridiculous. You can't take 40 lashes with a bullwhip. He's like, Wayne, I'm telling you, I could. That guy, he's a wimp. So I knew I was getting baited by it. What am I supposed to do? Sometimes you have to learn the hard way. So I went in my mother's closet. She had a terry cloth robe, and on that robe was a belt, a terry cloth belt, and it was probably, 4 feet long. So I said, I tell you what, why don't you go stand in front of the front door, put your hands on the front door like Judah Ben Hur, and I'm going to put this around my hand one time. I'm going to step off and I'm going to pop you with it. I'm going to show you what that man went through. I'm going to do you a favor right now. He's like, oh, yeah, okay. So he stands up there, got his hands up on the door. I take a step back. One. And it made a 6-inch angry welt on. Didn't draw blood, but it drew blood up to the surface of his skin. It was angry. It was like 6-inch angry welt. I caught him good. That's one. And he looks over his shoulder at me. He's just like this. Oh yeah, I got this. Well, I thought for half a second. 2. 3. 10. He's starting to sweat a little bit. He's got this. He looked just like in the movie. His back is swollen and it's angry and hadn't drawn blood, But I could tell, man, and he was shaking a little bit, and he was gritting his teeth, and he's like, I told you, I could do this, I could do this. 25, 35. And now his back looks like he's wearing a backpack. I mean, I'm sitting here going, oh my God, I'm going to kill this kid. But he's going to stop. He's going to stop. I could have just said, and I don't know why I didn't think of this. Maybe because I just like whipping him like that. But I thought to myself, man, why isn't he stopping? 40. And he's sweat dripping from him. And I noticed he had a couple little drops of blood that were trickling down his back. I mean, it looked like the last temptation of Christ. I mean, I did a number on this kid. I am ashamed to say that. I did a number. If I'm still stunned to this day that I did that to another human being. And he's, trying to catch his breath and everything. And he turns around. He goes, okay, it's your turn. What? I didn't volunteer for that. And I'm sweating. I'm like, what do you mean my turn? I didn't say that I could do that. I don't think I can do that. He goes, no, you gotta, I'm gonna tell mom and dad, you gotta do it. You gotta try. You gotta, you just whip me, Does it look bad? And I'm like, oh shit. It doesn't look bad, buddy. It looks horrible. So, I stood in front of the door. I put my hands up on the door just like he did. He's like, no, you gotta take your shirt off. You gotta take your shirt off. So I whipped my shirt off and I put my hands up on the door, and he is wraps the thing around his hand and it doesn't even really hit me, and I'm like, ow, no, I can't take it. And he's like, yeah, I didn't think you'd be able to. I knew you couldn't take it. And I sat there thinking, dude, you got to be kidding me. Well, I knew that my parents would be home any minute. So I say to him, hey, you need to go in there and put a shirt on. Go put a shirt on, and let's not talk about this to mom and dad. They're probably not going to be too happy that I've done this. So he goes, puts the shirt on. He's like, don't worry about it. And they came home and they brought groceries home. And it was our job to carry the groceries in. So I went out there and I'm carrying 3 or 4 bags. He couldn't carry. I mean, he carried toilet paper or whatever in the house. He couldn't even lift his arms up. And so my dad is like, hey, and grabbed him by the back. And man, he let out a wail. And my mom ran over there and whipped his shirt up. And the look on her face, her baby I'd made hamburger of this kid's back. I mean, just tore him up. And my dad, oh man, the man made my backside look every bit as bad as my brother's back. It is a wonder that we did not kill one another, and we are both highly functioning adults to this day. Well, that's debatable, but anyway. Crazy. I hope your kids don't do this. Kids, don't try this at home.